So we doing an OST breakdown for Derelict Site, which is a map made by this guy for these games. It's an insane difficulty, nothing too crazy, but there's quite a few instruments in here. I don't have a script for this video, so please bear with me. By the way, I got this idea from this video. Thank you, Domino. Alright, so first off, considering the look of the map, I wanted to give the song a more rustic type of feel, kind of like junkyard construction site stuff. I was told to add some sounds from Construction Thrill and old style MIDI instruments. The rest was up to me. I tend to split my songs into multiple parts. We'll get more into this stuff later. First of all, I want to show y'all this intro section, which is kind of like build up to some more intense parts of the song. I focus on the support instruments first because that's like the main stuff you hear before everything else. Here's what they sound like. The pads kind of support those support instruments. The bass ain't doing too much, honestly. I don't know why I have 2 layers on the bass. The most complicated part about this song is definitely the drums, because I've split it into it's split into 4 things basically, but for the intro, it's only like the effects stuff that you hear. It's essentially just a bunch of risers and like impacts. A lot of this was added by Dileccy, by the way, who helped me out with the OST in some parts. It starts to get a bit crazy when the drums actually start. It introduces some drum body stuff and some drum high stuff. Drum body is essentially just like kicks and snares that I've sorted here for your viewing pleasure. The highs are just the hi-hat stuff and other like percussion instruments that kind of fit that high frequency range. And with the drum body, it sounds like this. And that is essentially the foundation of the drums for the rest of the song. It does get a bit crazier during the beat drop, but I think that's it's pretty much everything. Let's go to the actual beat drop where the main melody kind of starts. This main melody here is just this lead. It does get a bit more intense later on. With the support on, it sounds like this. You could consider this harp the main melody in the beginning section before the actual melody comes in, and that's also supported by this layer here. The decor for this song came in earlier as well, before the beat drop. If I were to give a definition on decor, it's basically just support instruments but less frequent. So it's more of like decoration around the song. Just a small pieces of detail that make it sound better. Essentially every single instrument here is just doing their own thing, but I think they all add a bit of flavor to the song overall. Pads remain extremely consistent throughout the song, except when you get to the different chord progression here. Most notable stuff that you could hear is probably the support instruments at this section. There's some eeriness to that I really like. The top harp has an extra note up here. It's kind of like a clang almost. Piano kind of switches up as well. It's also at this point where the drums have switched up a lot, and now there's this other new section with the Construction Thrill sounds I was talking about earlier that sound like this. This amen snare in particular is very interesting to me because I've slowed it down in post-processing or I don't even know what it's called, but it's slowed down like this. kind of inspired by that one Portal 2 track, the credit song. So, I mean, that's a good callback. After this section, you have the main melody repeated louder. You now have a guitar, which was actually introduced beforehand, that sounds like this. That guitar is layered with the lead from before. This instrument in particular does not play during the main melody section, so it's kind of obscure. After the main melody repeats itself, there's a little break that goes back to the other chord progression. This break consists of pulling instruments back so it lands on the beat after. That why, I don't know what the heck was going on when I was making that, but that's there. This would blend in a little bit more if it weren't for that end note. This is where stuff gets really interesting because pretty much every element of the song changes somehow, except the bass. The bass has just been quietly in the background. It's just been extremely consistent throughout the entire song. The drones here introduces another string instrument. Piano goes a little bit crazy on the decor section. The melody instruments also switch out to this different lead thing. All of this kind of swells up into a more calm outro. At this point in time, the piano is now the one carrying the melody. Oh, and a whole lot of effects as well. Here, take a look at this. And that essentially covers the entire song. That's as much detail as I can go into without it being too long. Overall, I'd say really detailed and intricate track here with time signature changes and stuff to fit with pacing. That's about it for now though. Thank you for watching. Bye.